In a peaceful monastery nestled within a forest, there lived two monks, Jiro and Daichi. The two were close friends, having trained together for many years, and their bond was strong. They spent their days in meditation, tending to the temple, and helping the nearby villagers. One day, after a long morning of work, the monks were sent on an errand to a distant village. The path to the village was long and winding, crossing rivers and hills. As they walked, they spoke little, each absorbed in the beauty of the forest around them. After several hours, they reached a wide river, swollen from recent rains. As they prepared to cross, they noticed a young woman standing by the riverbank, looking distressed. She was finely dressed and seemed hesitant to step into the rushing water, afraid that she might be swept away. Seeing her plight, Jiro, the elder monk, approached her. "Do you need help crossing the river?" he asked kindly. The woman nodded, her eyes filled with relief. "Yes, please. I don't know how I can get across without falling." Without hesitation, Jiro lifted the woman onto his back and carried her through the river. The current was strong, but he moved steadily, his feet finding firm purchase on the riverbed. Daichi followed closely behind, watching the scene in silence. Once they reached the other side, Jiro set the woman down gently. She thanked him profusely and went on her way. The two monks continued their journey, but Daichi remained quiet, a troubled expression on his face. Hours passed as they walked, the sun beginning to dip toward the horizon. Finally, Daichi could hold his silence no longer. He turned to Jiro, his voice tense with disapproval. "Brother, we have taken vows to avoid contact with women. How could you so easily carry that woman across the river?" Jiro looked at Daichi with calm eyes and smiled. "Brother," he replied gently, "I set the woman down hours ago. Why are you still carrying her?" Daichi stopped in his tracks, stunned by Jiro's words. He suddenly realized that while Jiro had let go of the incident as soon as it was over, he had been carrying the burden of it all this time. His mind had clung to the idea of breaking their vows, turning it into a source of inner conflict and distress. In that moment, Daichi understood that it wasn't the act of helping the woman that was the problem, it was his own inability to let go of it. By holding on to the past, he had allowed it to weigh him down, clouding his mind and stealing his peace. Taking a deep breath, Daichi felt a sense of release as he let go of his grievance. The burden he had been carrying melted away, and he was filled with a newfound clarity. He realized that clinging to past grievances and judgments only caused unnecessary suffering. The two monks continued their journey, but now the silence between them was peaceful, not strained. Daichi walked with a lighter step, free from the weight of his own thoughts. When they finally returned to the monastery, Daichi thanked Jiro for the lesson he had unknowingly imparted. From that day forward, he made a conscious effort to let go of his worries and grievances, understanding that to carry them was to harm himself. And so, the story of the burden of carrying became a cherished teaching in the monastery, a reminder that holding on to the past only serves to weigh us down. True freedom and peace come when we learn to let go and live in the present moment.